Hello and welcome to Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. This week's beer comes from Carinthia, from the Hirt brewery. And the Hirt brewery is famous for the Pilsner beers, but recently they've started to brew an IPA. IPA is getting more and more famous and more popular in countries like Austria. So this Copper IPA is the newest addition to the range of beers from the Hirt brewery in Carinthia. And we see it's called Copper, but it's rather amber in color, which is quite typical for an IPA. And I see a dense white head. And the aroma is dominated by some fruitiness. There's some piney notes as well from the hops, and it's quite refreshing. It's really dry. It's a dry interpretation of the IPA style. We've seen in recent years many IPAs that tend to be bold in full-bodied. But this one is not. This is probably very much like the IPAs of the old days, the English IPAs, and when English pale ales were shipped around Africa to India. Then you would have a beer that would ferment for many months on that long sea journey. Till it would arrive in India as a very dry and almost clear beer, and we get that. That's an English IPA as you expect it. Lots of aroma on the nose, and that aroma keeps changing. The warmer the beer gets in the glass, the more aroma you get out of it. And even in the aftertaste, there's some like maybe floral notes, like you go to a summer garden, and it's dry. It's very refreshing. Typical pairing for Indian food. So if you have curries, that would be a perfect pairing with that beer. And it's also a beer that you would drink at a bar. I mean, I tend to select beers by, is this a beer that you would rather drink by sitting down and enjoy it at a table, or would you rather drink at a bar? Or this is definitely a beer that you would drink standing at a bar and doing some more or less wise talking about it. And I'm doing this all the time. I'm talking about beer. Could talk for hours, but I won't. No, we have to save some time for next week's Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. Join me next week for another Conrad Seidel's Beer of the Week. Cheers.